All right, so we saw one of boxing's most entertaining, outlandish, brash, you name it, fighters get BBAP the heck up this past weekend by Roca. So, and that is Mr. Blair, the Flair COBBS. Now, boxing, in my opinion, Q, we need a character, we need an entertaining figure, but they have to be able to back it up.
Right.
So with Blair the Flair, he was on his way to possibly being that entertaining figure in boxing for a while, but definitely after getting knocked out in the ninth round, that's probably over and done. What's next for Blair the Flair COBBS, bro? Is he done? Or do you think a loudmouth like him after that knockout could bounce back and have anybody take him serious in the sport of boxing?
Well, the thing about it is, man, you 100% right, man. We definitely, I had very high expectations for him just because boxing is malnourished in the entertainment aspect as it pertains to a fighter that can sell a fight, you know what I'm saying, and back it up. Shout out to
Right.
Money Mayweather, because Money Mayweather he might not have been the most entertaining, but he was very intriguing. You know what I'm
Oh, he
saying?
could sell it, yeah.
He could sell it. He had the mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna back it up. So
Right.
with that being said, man, we seen Adrian Broner who couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Shout out to my man Stephen Colbert. Is it right? Colbert?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Colbert. Yeah.
Prime time on Showtime. He just got
He got beat too.
yeah, he didn't get stopped, you know what I'm saying? But he made sure he ran. He wasn't gonna get stopped. He ran, and at the end of the day, we got so many fighters, man, that's they're not able to carry the torch and step up and do both, you know what I'm saying? But what I will say about him, that's only one loss, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like he gonna have to come in a little humble next time and just come in a little slower because at the end.
So ain't gonna be no more woo.
Well, I mean, he gonna still do that, He's still gonna, cause that's part of, and shout out to Nature Boy Ric Flair, man. You know what I'm saying? Nature Boy Ric Flair, man, legendary. You know what I'm saying? And actually, and Bladder, and shout out to Ice T, cause I believe Ice T, this might be your son, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This might be your son. He looked like Ice T on Crush Groove, man, back in the days. Y'all don't know about the old school movie Crush Groove.
And it might be a Lenny Kravitz son too, man.
Boy, he could be, boy. Hey, maybe, baby. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, man. Shout to Blair the Flair, and I got high hopes for him to be able to come back. I mean, and just think about it, man. I mean, look how many times Adrian Broner lost. We're gonna lock in with Adrian Broner fight, man.
Right.
And pray for Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? I heard he been having some issues outside the ring, man. But either way it go, when people want to lock in, it'd been good for him to after you done did all that capping, man, for you to win the next fight.
Right.
Didn't happen, but you know what I'm saying? We always got the next fight. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, man, let your team set you up with somebody tailor-made for you, because I just feel like defensive, and shout out to Alexa Roca, man, because I'm not even gonna play like he came in with a game plan. We knew he was a power puncher, but he was able to walk flat down, stick to his game plan, and land the big punches. You know what I'm saying? And implement his plan better. Bladder Flair was more athletic and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But he my man had the tool set, and he was able to lock in, and he didn't, he wasn't playing with him. And let me give you a quote. What he said. He said, this was a dope quote. You know what I'm saying? This, I ain't trying to take your pride quote, but this will be a good one.
Yeah.
He said, man, I see you. You do a lot of climbing, man. He said you do a lot of climbing, man. He said like you in a circus or something. You do a lot of climbing like you in a circus or something, man. But what you got to remember that it is lions in the circus also. You know what I'm saying? He said he had like it's a circus, and he say, look, there's lions in that circus too, besides clowns, and that's what he looked like.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was disappointed, bro. And the only reason why I was disappointed was because Blair the Flair was an entertaining character, and he was really starting to bubble as far as popularity. After he ran up on Boots Ennis, and Ennis had to tell him, hey, man, this ain't wrestling. This ain't wrestling. You know what I mean? Blair was really, and you couple that with the fact that he was trained by Freddie Roach.
And
Freddie Roach was his trainer.
And he got Errol Spence's attention, if you remember, bro.
Right.
Errol Spence, Errol Spence had to climb him after the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. So when you looked at all those different variables that were at play, I can't lie, man. I was really hoping that he would beat Roca so that he could get a little bit more hype and just be more of an entertaining figure. But unfortunately, man, he just couldn't pull it off. Unfortunately, right now, man, we're left with Tyson Fury, even though he's over there across the pond in the UK. The last dude right now
that can back it up.
Back it up. No doubt. It's Fury. And before that, I guess it was Mayweather, man. So it's unfortunate, but we'll see what else is next if Blair the Flair can keep talking that trash and possibly back it up.
And see, and another thing, Blair the Flair, he had a perfect setup, right? Because you had my man who was fighting on that card. I always get Oscar Valdez and him confused. It ain't Oscar Valdez. It's what's my man, bro? He was fighting on the card, but he had the condition, some with his blood or something.
Oh, Virgil Ortiz. Talking about Virgil Ortiz.
Virgil Ortiz Jr. for the fight, and he had to pull out, right? And also, and on that note, and Blair the Flair said, he said, I bet anything he on steroids. That's the problem.
He was talking about Virgil.
Yeah, he said he on steroids. He said, but I ain't pulling that. You know what I'm saying? So he even used that to catapult, because bro, he made people watch that fight. When nobody gonna watch him and Alice. When nobody gonna tune in.
Right.
Like he saved that whole card.
He made people tune into that.
Yeah, he saved that whole card. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately it was used. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't gonna say you, because it could have played to made him a megastar. You know what I'm saying? Because people would have got in there and did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? He had more eyes locked in, tuned in on that fight, and unfortunately, he got what say boom bap. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what I will say to that point, bro. A lot of people will probably sit there and say, Blair, that's what you get for talking all that trash. Everybody was piling on. I think Spence said something. Bud said something. Every camp imaginable said something. But I don't really knock it, because like you said, it's a calculated risk. And I believe Blair knew that ultimately, if he was successful, that it would have ended up being a payday if successful, bro. So
but like, win-win. So also, I just thought about some. It was interesting that he said what he said about the drugs or whatever with Virgil Ortiz Jr. because that's the second person that had said something other than what the reason. I forgot what the disease or whatever the condition was that they announced. But now a reputable source, Dan Raphael, said that he was getting that Virgil Ortiz Jr. was having weight issues. You know what I'm saying? And couldn't make weight or whatever, was having weight cutting issues. And he was like, well,
because they say that's what triggers it, right? It says what could trigger it, right? Trying to lose weight quick, right?
Yeah. Well, they're saying I think he was losing weight too quick.
Right, too quick, right.
So maybe they'll wait to see what they announce. So that can make sense. That can all be true at the same time. But either way it go, yeah, man, Blair the Flair, man, I'm rooting for you, man, because you got the mouthpiece that what I'm saying, garners attention. I like it. You're fresh, you're bold. We'll see how bold you are now, but now you done got touched. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's a lot harder to garner the attention. Because but I mean, I want to see a comeback story, man. I want to see what you're gonna do, man. Come back and make us proud, man. We want to tune in because we want to have a lot of pod quotes from Blair the Flair, COBBS in the future.
Woo!
Woo! Blair the Flair, baby.
Yeah.
That's what we got.